Hello, you're listening to episode 10 of the 3 Count podcast which covers the week's events in the world of wrestling. So let's get started.
This is the 3 Count Podcast with your hosts, Aaron Phelan, Adam Barlow, and Michael Titley.
Hey everybody, Mike here with Aaron.
Hey.
And Adam.
Yeah.
And welcome to the 3 Count Podcast. If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming by. 3 Count Podcast is produced every week for your enjoyment and our amusement. Now let's get started into the show. Extreme Rules, guys.
Yeah,
it happened. It happened, didn't it?
I really enjoyed it.
It did happen.
Now, something tells me that you're not so pleased with it, Aaron.
Right, well, I really enjoyed the first half of it.
Hater.
No, I loved the first half of it, and then it got to the 3 so-called main events, and I think there was a bit lackluster, to be honest. Especially the main event, I was expecting a lot from Orton and Rollins from what they've done in the
We'll
past.
probably get into that.
Should we start with the main event?
Yeah,
We'll go from
the pre-show.
The pre-show, actually, because wow,
Okay.
that was an amazing pre-show match. We did get Barrett still on the card, at least. I mean, it was on the pre-show.
Even as a jobber, but still.
It wasn't a jobber.
We had a prediction right here, didn't we?
We did. I called it. I said...
Call it.
It's not the only thing you've called, but we'll get onto that later.
Yeah, actually, but we'll get onto that. Yeah, I did call it, didn't I? I said if Neville, it would be good if Neville came out to challenge Barrett. I know it didn't exactly work like that because they announced it beforehand, but that was a great match. Really, really
fantastic.
In my opinion, that was probably the second best match of the night, to be honest.
Wow, really?
I really love that match, but that's, I suppose, my opinion. I'm entitled to that.
You're entitled to that, even if it's wrong.
No, I did think that was incredible, though. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that match?
Yeah, it was the second best thing they could have had outside of the original title match.
And Daniel Bryan weren't involved, so it was even better.
Very funny. I was gutted Bryan wasn't there, but that was the next best thing we could have had, really, to be honest.
It made up for it. It just put Neville over, as if he wasn't already, but...
I legitimately think Neville is like probably the best thing they've got going for them, or one of the best things, at least on the main roster right now. He's really brilliant, Neville. He's great.
You've got a point that I do like him, and as you both know, and everyone both people who listen to this know, I don't watch NXT, and I've instantly took a liking to him.
There we go. And some of the stuff you've missed out on NXT, Mike. Wow, he's had amazing matches on there, Mike.
I have missed them all.
You have.
It's too late now.
It's not never too late, Mike.
Too late now. But yeah, I thought it was a really good match, especially due. I think there was sort of the commentary was a bit thingy with all the British stuff they were going on about, but it was still.
Yeah, wasn't it JBL that pulled Michael Cole up on all these references from England a couple of weeks before?
Was brilliant.
I'm glad he got pulled up on that. It was really.
But it's just like the reference. It's like when JBL. It's weird because Michael Cole should be able to talk about this country ever.
Just banning
because he gets everything wrong.
Yeah, he does.
JBL talked about Arsenal versus Chelsea on Raw. I know we'll get into that later, but he just went. This referee suspended us the one at weekend with Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yes, JBL, you know what happened. You watched it.
Michael Cole doesn't have a clue.
Referee jumps through the goal. What happened? We don't know. What a game of Quidditch that was.
So anyway, that was a brilliant way to kick off the pay-per-view. I mean, some people probably did miss out on that.
It shouldn't have been on the pre-show.
It shouldn't have been, but I suppose it is what it is. But it was brilliant, that match, and hopefully we do get to see it even on a pay-per-view main card someday, because they deserve them to, because they work great together.
Yeah, the chemistry between was great, and one thing I'm really liking about Neville is, he's really athletic. He does all the flips, all the high flying spots, but he also gives you that big fight feel kind of thing. Like he brawls, and who better to brawl with than Bad News Barrett, the British brawler. So I was really a fan of that as well.
Boxer.
An awful fighter, yeah.
Oh yeah, I apologise.
You should.
So, anyway, moving on to the first match of the night, which I also thought was fantastic, was the Ambrose and Harper street fight.
It was fucked up, that.
I really
What even
liked it.
happened? It was great, and it was just like, it was a brutal fight, and then they just started drove off.
I mean, we
Like,
might as well discuss the ending as well, even though it did pick up later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might as well say...
I did enjoy the ending, you know. I thought the ending could have been a lot better.
Right, yeah, this is
I
what
agree,
I was
though.
just... Yeah, I was just going to agree with you on that point. I loved the first half of the match. Then they drove away, and I thought maybe they'd like keep regularly going to it throughout the pay-per-view. I thought that would have been a good thing, you know, like showing them fighting out on the streets or something.
I
But
thought it'd
then...
been a good idea if they came in the ring in the car, maybe run over New Day, and then run into the ring and just started like having a massive brawl.
But anyway...
And they left it too long before it restarted. Like, there was a whole 2 matches after it, and I think it's just sort of like...
Exactly, I mean, if there was...
Sort of forget about it.
If they was going to do that, like I said, I think they should have at least like cut to them outside the arena doing something rather than leaving it that long and then coming back to it.
That's what I mean. Like, it got to the point where I actually thought they were just sort of going to scrap it and then sort of do something with it on Raw kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, especially when they both like pull up in a car like looking perfectly fine. Like, if they've been fighting for so long, how come they both come back looking completely fine? Like, you know.
I do love how it was.
Ambrose was driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started off with Papa driving and Ambrose.
Yeah, that was actually a nice little touch, really.
It'd have been my perfect scenario. Would have been Ambrose came back driving, gets out the car, and then Luke Harper's like in the trunk.
Yeah,
yeah, that would have been good.
Or vice versa, but yeah.
I think JBL had the best input on when he said, get a helicopter following him.
Yeah, actually, that would have been a good idea. I don't think that's in their budget. Anyway.
But I think one of the main things... main things to take from it was finally, like, Ambrose went over in one of those big matches.
I know, definitely.
It seems like a long time since, well, if ever that's happened.
It's ended his losing streak.
Celebrate as well.
He was on a losing streak from, I can't remember what pay-per-view, I think it was like Payback last year or something. He's been on a losing streak since.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to see him finally getting a win. Which
what a jobber.
He desperately needed. But the ending, like I say, it was a bit, I don't know, like they started throwing all the chairs in the ring. Then they used like one of them, didn't they, to do a power bomb on. And they didn't even do the DDT at the end on the chair, which I thought they would have done.
Yeah, it was next to him.
It was just kind of a bit of a quick ending. I mean, I understand that maybe they thought, right, you don't want to watch another dragged out like part of the match, but I don't know, it just seemed a bit rushed, the ending, a bit like wasted, like they could have done more with it, but I suppose
I'm feeling that, yeah.
That is what it is. I mean, interesting statistic about this match, actually. It was the longest match since, I think, Cena and Orton at Bragging Rights when they had their Iron Man match, you know, the 60-minute.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the longest singles match since then, because it's all classed as one match, isn't
it? Was just over an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, something like that.
Royal Rumble, then, was it, with Kurt Saxon?
It wasn't.
Still ongoing.
Still ongoing.
So, happy with the result there?
Yeah, definitely.
I think we all got it right, didn't we?
I think so, yeah, I think we did.
No, I'm going to tell a lie. I was thinking Harper had it.
Oh, did you?
At the same time, I kind of wanted him to, even though I feel bad for saying it now, as I do really love Ambrose, but I don't know, it's just Luke Harper, he's really grown on me lately. He's so fucking dope.
I thought you thought Dean would win, but you wanted him. You thought Dean would win, but you wanted Luke Harper. So you wanted...
And maybe I did that, I don't know. The evidence is on episode...
We need to start writing down our predictions,
we really do. Then we can call each other out on them.
Because I think I got one wrong on this pay-per-view.
One.
Which we'll get to later.
So anyway, moving on to our next match.
Yes, sir.
No.
Wow.
We had
Ziggler. Oh, the Kiss Me Arse match.
Ziggler
How
defeating
fucking
Sheamus.
awkward did JoJo feel
Called it.
when she announced the match?
She just looked so... she looked so awkward.
I could see the life being sucked out of her the first time she said arse, and then she had to say it a second time, and it's just...
I don't understand what... The American... I think it was JBL who just started going, kiss me arse. Oh yeah, just say yes. It's better. That's better than you trying to pronounce arse.
It makes me laugh when Michael Soul.
Michael Soul? Is that the new commentator?
It's better than Michael Cole. when Michael Cole keeps saying me, it's like, it just sounds really odd when he says me, kiss me arse. It's like, just don't say it, just say kiss my or
Can't
something.
say it right, don't say it at all.
So anyway, I thought this was a really good match between these two as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Thoroughly enjoyed
I've
it.
never been disappointed with a Dolph Sheamus match. They always.
I was very excited. I was very happy with.
I
how
bet
it
he was
ended
very
as well.
excited. Yeah,
Yeah,
bet he was.
very excited.
You were happy with what? Sorry.
How Dolph Ziggler won, but Sheamus just ended up lowballing him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
quite fun.
I'm surprised Sheamus lost that one, actually. I did think Sheamus was going to win.
Yeah, if only someone called it on this podcast.
I think it was
Who called it? Who was it who called it? Adam?
Judging how it went, I think it was definitely the right move. You know, Ziggler didn't lose much momentum, but he still looks credible. And then Sheamus, you know, he's still the sort of top bully. Is it? Because I'd have been a bit annoyed if he would have gone ahead with it.
Yeah.
It just would have took away all those weeks of building him to be this big mean bully, and then he just sort of succumbs to this punishment. And I also love how as Ziggler was telling him to do it, he constantly kept saying, "It's not me that wanted this; it was you that wanted it." You know, it's sort of playing it out kind of thing.
And then Dolph
a big fan
Ziggler
of that.
kissing Sheamus' ass.
Yeah.
He did indeed. This is an interesting thing here with you, Adam. Am I right in believing you had a non-wrestling fan watching with you? Did that happen?
That's correct, yeah.
How did that go down?
It wasn't as bad as I thought, to be honest.
That's good.
I was just explaining the whole...
It seemed worse.
I was just explaining the whole, sort of humiliation from the bully concept. He got it. We're cool. He's not judging me. Not yet.
It went down well then. So it was.
Move on to the next match.
It was a good result. That good match. And then we go on to.
New Day sucks.
I thought it might be a bold call. This was my match of the night.
Oh my god, it was.
Was this the one I called correctly by any chance?
I think you did actually.
You know what? I was saying this. I don't know if it was to you or someone else, but if this had been on the main card, I'd have thought New Day. The only reason I didn't think of the title change because on the pre-show, because no one watches it.
This one, the pre-show.
No, that's
but
what
it
it
got
says.
moved, didn't it? It
was
originally
sorry.
on the pre-show for. I mean, I'm not
It's worth noting I've only got one headphone working at the moment. See, I was using some because my speakers broke, and I was using my old ones, but they were really uncomfortable, so I had to go back to these ones. So accentuate.
Or Adam, so I should say.
So
Still can't get that right.
Yeah. Anyway, I really, really did love this match. I thought it was an awesome tag team match.
Great, fantastic, wasn't it?
I didn't enjoy it, mate.
What? How?
Go on.
I just didn't enjoy it. I just don't.
How did you not enjoy it?
Now, was it the result, or was it the quality of the match, or was it just everything?
It was the quality was good. I just didn't enjoy it. I don't know. I just didn't.
How does that work? If you didn't...
know,
it's one of the things where it was one of the matches where I just didn't feel confident about watching. I was sort of glad it was on the pre-show sort of thing, and then when it was on that, I thought it was good, but I just didn't enjoy it.
Well, I do have to agree with Aaron. It was one of my matches of the night as well.
It was legit one of the best tag match I've seen in a while, really, to be honest.
Everyone played the part so well.
They really did.
New Day, I've said it already, but heel New Day, it's working so well.
So was it Xavier that was outside the ring? He's like, why are you doing this? We've not done anything
great.
wrong or something.
He's just fantastic.
He really is great. Absolutely great.
I think it could to do with the fact that I watched it the next day on the network.
Yeah.
And I had to rewind something. Anyway, somehow, from rewind it skipped forward to the end of the match.
Oh, well, obviously, there we go then.
It was what it was, actually. It was New Day with the tag titles, and when Dean Ambrose elbowed him. Alright, that's running two things.
Oh, so there we go. So that's why you didn't enjoy it then, because you knew
Probably,
the ending.
But still, I don't like New Day.
Because I didn't see the win coming, really, to be honest. Especially the way it happened as well. I didn't see that happening.
I did, because it was on the normal show. I just thought there's no...
Why do you think, with this pre-show theory you have, because you do know there's been quite a significant number of title changes on the pre-show.
Definitely, but I thought if they wanted to, make it a statement, they'd put it on the actual show.
Alright, fair enough.
This isn't like, the usual days where they just wrestle, shy tag teams. This is probably the best they've got at the moment, so they're going to put it, if they're going to do something, they'll put it on the main stage.
I'm glad it was put on the main stage because, like Aaron said, like I said, it was a really, really good match. I'm not sure whether I'd preferred it. It would have been a tight toss-up whether I'd preferred it over Barrett and Neville.
Yeah.
If I had to choose between the two, I don't know which I'd picked, but I'm happy it all played out the way it did. It was a really good match.
Yeah, very good.
So should we move on to Dean Ambrose? Oh no, we've already talked about that. Was it the Divas match next?
No, it was Cena and Rusev next.
It was. What a match that was. A Russian chain match.
See, I didn't. It was kind of like what me and Adam was saying about beforehand. It was just another strap match, in my opinion.
Just another hater.
Well, I mean, what did you think, Adam? Exceeded the standard of strap matches?
It exceeded the standard, I'll give it that. It's definitely one of the better strap matches I've seen.
Yeah.
In terms of how good strap matches can be, which is not very good, as we've said. But yeah, I just don't really like the stipulation. It's just not. It's confusing at times as well, especially with the two lights. And
it seemed, especially at the beginning of the match, it was like they didn't. The guys controlling the lights didn't even seem to know what they were doing.
Yeah, they botched it a little bit. And one thing I do want to point out though was that Lana bit, the bit with Lana waving and then Rusev throwing it out. Like, what's that?
That was so well choreographed with the audience.
It didn't seem like it was scripted, but at the same time, it did.
It was like she must have been, I don't know, giving some sort of signal to the
She must have done something, or if it wasn't, if it was just completely off the bat, then that was one of the greatest improvised moments I've ever seen.
It was so perfectly timed, though. It was incredible how well.
And it played into the match itself as well, because it allowed Cena to get, a distraction out of it.
I think maybe she must have started waving to the audience or something, and that's why they started cheering her. So then she got up so you could see her on camera, and then that's where it all played in. And I don't know, there must have been something because surely that was scripted, and it was way well timed. Like, that came off perfectly, that, in the way.
It's fantastic.
It was really nice.
Does this mean Lana's going face? What does this mean, though?
I see, there's definitely friction, isn't there, between the two of them?
I bet there is. I bet there's a lot of friction.
I mean, this does bring me on to what happened after the match. We saw Lana going into the authorities' office, didn't we?
Yeah, are we supposed to think what people are thinking?
What's that then, Adam?
What Lana did to get the rematch? Am I meant to be thinking that she did something to someone?
God, you mean used her Russian charm, then yes, I think she did as well.
Who knows?
I've seen mixed reviews of that on this, so I think
they're leaving it up to your imagination.
My original thought was not that. I just assumed she was going to go and have a nice chat with Stephanie.
Yeah,
that's probably what happened.
I hope so. I hope that was the case.
So anyway, we've got the dreaded stipulation for the next pay-per-view now, haven't we? I Quit match, which is seen as best match. He never loses in an I Quit match.
I was ready to see the end of. I was ready to see the end of Cena Rusev.
I was
Extreme Rules, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a sucker for I Quit matches. I really do.
God.
So
I enjoy them, just not Cena ones, because it's always kind of predictable.
It's predictable. Win or lose, I do love a good I Quit match, so I'm down with it. You never know; they could have some kind of. I suppose we'll talk more in the Payback pre-show, but just off the top of my head, there's a slight chance they could have like how Cena said he would never bring back the Authority, but then when he was put under a situation where he had to say it.
I was going to say that we might have some sort of situation with Lana or something, where Rusev threatens Lana and Cena's the big hero.
I wouldn't mind that, actually, because Cena said on Raw, I mean, I know we're moving to Raw now, but he said on Raw that if he loses, he won't go after it again, will he?
Well, he said he'll be gone bye-bye, so that's what makes me think that he's probably not going to lose, because...
Maybe he just went in the US Championship, so if he is bye-bye, he could go back onto the World Heavyweight Championship. That'd suit me just fine.
So just before we move...
That'd be swell.
Just before we move on from this match, I thought there was an interesting point to bring up about the end of it, actually. Correct me if I'm wrong, is that the rule with...
I was hoping you'd bring that up.
The touching the four posts is that if you do a move, it turns all the lights off. Like that.
Thought, I'm not going to lie.
No, it's momentum.
I was questioning why people were questioning it, because I thought it was just simply the lights would only go off if your momentum was stopped. But I wouldn't say, I personally don't see Cena doing a move that stops Rusev's momentum as also stopping his momentum. So I'd say it was done right, but
fair enough.
I don't know.
At the end of the day, though, these are stipulations for a strap match. This was a Russian J match, different kettle of fish.
No, they were the same. It was the same rule.
Yeah. except from there was chains instead of strap, should I say? I enjoyed the match. It was very good. Seeing it was good always.
It was okay, as far as strap matches go.
Hater.
It's not being a hater, it's just not liking that particular match. It could have been any other match, but yeah. But no, I dug it. Whatever. It is what it is. I can't wait for the I Quit match, though.
So does that move on to the Divas match? Was that next?
It does indeed. So
Adam, take it away.
Yeah, go on, Adam.
Well, all I can say is if your opinions on Naomi have not budged positively in the slightest, then I don't know what else she can do. I give up. Because I thought not just Naomi, but I thought both divas put on a great performance. Not a fan of a new theme, of course, but
I was going to get to that.
What was with the Kanye glasses as
I was thinking more Sasha Banks.
Yeah, it was one of actually.
Those shoes, how fucking dope were those shoes?
Right, I'll give you that. They was awesome. Those shoes.
No, but serious question though, Mike, Aaron, has it not changed your opinion at all on Naomi?
Slightly, but I really think she's one of the worst at the top. So
right, I was going to say very, very slightly. It showed me that she's not as botchy as.
Because all I saw on Twitter after that match, and it could just be based on who I follow, but
probably
was just literally Naomi's great, Naomi's fantastic. And this is not just Booker T putting her over. I mean, Booker T does put her a bit too over.
Yeah, he does.
Something going on there. But
with me is, with Booker T, why they're making him put over is the obvious reason. Like there's some sort of cousins or something. It's just.
I think it could be to do with that, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just one of them racist stereotype things that they do. And it's just like
they're homeboys, you know. Gotta look out for each other. They're both from the ghetto.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, the quality of the match.
Question?
Oh, yeah, shoot.
No Paige, no AJ. Why is Natalya not in the title picture?
Yeah, this is a fair point, I suppose. I mean,
I'll let you know when I'm at the creative meeting. There.
No, genuine though. There's very few wrestlers now that divas in the division.
This is why you need to. I hate saying it, but give it a chance.
No, I watched the match. I didn't skip through it, did I? I watched it.
Well, did you? You enjoyed what you saw, though, didn't you? Would you not like?
It's the same as they weren't expecting much, so it's not hard to,
What about Natalya versus
Naomi? It's like Aaron when he watches Thingy. It's like Aaron when he watches Cena. He's not expecting anything, so he doesn't enjoy it.
No. I've got a new mentality with things now where I try to go in it with the lowest expectations possible, and hopefully then I'm not disappointed with anything. I think that's.
But you were still disappointed with Naomi so much.
I wasn't disappointed with it, but it didn't do much to make me change my opinion of her. I'll put it that way.
It was confusing as fuck. I mean,
are both your opinions the same of her though?
No. Slightly.
Because Mike never really has. No offense, but you never really have a point to why you hate people. No, whereas Aaron usually does.
Right. The reason is right. I didn't like when the Funkadactyls. I thought it was just a stupid cheerleading thing for Brock's Clay and.
That's exactly
that's
right?
exactly what.
Yeah, and it broke off into a tag team. All she did was botch moves in 6-man tag match. They were boring.
She didn't know. You're just thinking of what's happened recently. This is the thing with a lot of wrestling fans, or just people in general. They see one negative, and then it's that one negative that sticks forever.
In a lot of matches, she's botching lately, so why she only just started botching?
I've only seen one botch recently, and that was
all that
in a match against
face thing just seems botched every time she does it. It just seems it.
How it is? She hits it spot on every time. It's a bad move, I'll give you that, but I've never seen it being botched.
I'll agree with Adam. That she doesn't botch it; it just looks terrible. That's not a botch.
There's a difference between a botch and just a move looking shit.
She does botch things.
I just don't take to it.
You got to bear in mind as well. You got to be careful when you're pointing out botches as well, because a botch can be either way. It could be due to them both. It could just be due to Naomi, and it could be due to her opponent. It takes two to do a wrestling move.
It takes two to tango.
Rub down here. But genuinely though, I don't like.
It's fine. You're allowed to not like her. It's just I'm trying to understand why, but right now I'm not understanding it.
I've just never seen her. That was the first match I've seen her that I didn't want to turn over.
Well, that can only be a good thing, right?
SmackDown one was quite good, to be honest, but...
There you go, give it a chance.
It sort of was just like one of them where... Yeah.
But you enjoyed this match anyway, relatively.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I think Nikki Bella carried a lot of it.
That's something.
I didn't get though.
I'll take that.
Well, go on, what did you get?
I really didn't get. So, Naomi's obviously a heel, isn't she, because she beat up Paige.
She is.
So... what the Bellas did was sort of heel, but I thought they were going face.
Yeah, this is a confusing thing.
Well,
with the
can you
Divas.
look at it as it being heel if she was just blatantly getting her own
Nope.
back? No?
Nope.
So, Bree's just meant to accept the fact that Naomi cheap-shotted her for no reason and just deal with it
Pretty much.
to maintain face. See, I disagree
Yes.
there, but...
John Cena wouldn't hit back.
Yeah, but I think he would. Well, I don't think
He would do
would
it
have.
slightly though, he'd do it, he'd be like, yes. We could have just hit her in the match, it wouldn't have made a difference.
There was a quote from one of the former writers on the creative team. It says Vince doesn't see any of the divas as heel or faces. They just see them all as like bitchy and catty. It's like looking at that pay-per-view match. It's exactly summed up.
That's solidified there.
Yeah, definitely. But that's just the state of the divas division anyway. And
Where was Eve Marie when all the shit was going down? She'd have saved it.
yeah, your prediction didn't come true, did it, Mike? We didn't see any Eva Marie on the pay-per-view.
See? No, we didn't. She was busy, wasn't she? She was meeting Brian Kendrick for brunch.
So anyway,
So the next match.
we had
Next match was
Roman and Big Show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of Roman. Never have been.
One of
probably
my
never will be,
main
but I
matches of
enjoyed
the
this
night
match.
as well. Oh, right, well, you've surprised me now. I instantly want to hear your opinion because you really have surprised me now. Go.
I just thought it was one of the matches where, I mean, every match I've seen with him with the Big Show was fucking dreadful. And this one surprised his expectations. Thought it was a good match.
For me, it was all about the pacing. It
Yeah.
wasn't like...
But
Yeah, go
what
on.
annoyed me was sort of like Big Show kept getting up, which I loved.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
thought there could have been a great spot where he could have lifted the announce table off him.
Right,
I thought.
do you want me to get into my... That kind of leads into
I
my
do have a
opinion
feeling
of
it's through the
this.
announce table, isn't it?
Right.
Go on.
The match
Go
in
on.
general was, I think we'll all agree, it was a spot fest match. Like, they
Hmm.
knew that these two wasn't going to have a technical masterpiece, so it was full of spots.
Well,
table
the spots
spot.
were well played
Oh,
out,
there
though,
was-
let's face
there
it.
was
It's not like it was spot after spot. It was like, it led up to it, like each one had purpose. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
just
yeah.
doing it for the sake of it, kind of thing, which is
Yeah.
what I really liked. But yeah, carry on.
Right, so personally, I'd have cut out the barricade spot, like spearing it through the barricade,
What?
because I hate that.
Why?
They do it too much, way too much. It's like nearly every
You
other
gotta
week
love how
now.
Reigns does it, though, because he runs around the entire ring before he actually goes
Yeah,
into
he
it.
does it better than anyone's ever done a spear barricade, I'll give him that, but it's like they're overplaying that so much, and it's kind of like getting to the point now where it happens, it's like, oh, again. But so I would have cut that out, but anyway, that's just a little daft opinion. My main
I thought it
issue...
was quite funny.
Right, go on, wait, go on,
Go on,
actually.
mate, you
No,
go.
go on, because I'll take us to the end of the match, actually, so go on.
Well, this is sort of it's like he took all the stuff off the announce table and then just thought it was just that someone. There's a Spanish one right there, I thought, oh yeah, I'll use that instead.
Yeah, exactly. Now, my issue with the match, I enjoyed all the spots and stuff throughout it. The ending was, in my opinion, really badly done. Like, they should have just ended it, the spear through the table. Like, that was perfect ending. I'd have been happy and thought that was fitting end. Instead, they somehow feel it's necessary to have Big Show, like, stand up. And then he just seems to sit down after the 10 count. Like, he literally, like, sat down and folded his legs. Just for then Reigns to then pick up this light table that seems to look really heavy. Push it on top of the Big Show. It falls off Big Show, so it's kind of like just on part of him. And he somehow can't get back up after that.
Well, we're supposed to believe that the table is super heavy, and I'm fine with
Do
believing
you
that.
believe?
I'm fine with believing in that.
You believe that?
Believe
Now,
that? Yeah. Oh, bastard.
Under
Yeah,
normal
yeah.
circumstances, I'd have been pissed off with the whole collapsing something to keep the opponent down, because I do think they'd play that one a lot with last man
Bray
style
Wyatt,
matches, like with the Bray Wyatt one.
I was
And
just going to say, it was like,
Alberto Del Rio and Big Show had the exact same spot, didn't they, when Del Rio won his world title off him?
yeah, I hate having something on top of them to
Yeah.
like end the match. Like, it was good when Foley and Rock did it in their brawl thing, backstage
Cena
brawl.
and Bray.
The only reason I accepted it and I thought it worked was just because I felt through that entire match that Big Show was a giant. And I think that was the only way they could have solidified him as a giant, in the fact that Reigns couldn't keep him down, so he used a bit of extra support with this heavy announce table to keep him down. But at the same time, it didn't make Reigns look too much like a bitch. You know, he still looked strong. No
Yeah.
joke intended.
No.
Yeah, that's the only reason I accepted that. Just it kept Big Show looking like a giant. Because one of the main complaints with Big Show is that he's a punch bag, he's going down. But in this match, he was, he kept getting up.
Yeah,
it looked like he was unstoppable.
He looks the best he's looked in months actually in this match. Like he really did look unstoppable for a change. So that was a nice change to see. Like I said, I just didn't think that ending was believable. I think
he should have picked it up off him. I genuinely think he should have pushed it off him and Roman Reigns fall. It would have been a great thing.
Anyway.
No, don't mean like that. I mean, just show strong against that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Now, are you ready to see... Well, actually, I don't know why I'm asking that now, because I already know what happened on Raw. Had we not be joining a Raw review with this, I would ask, are you ready to see Big Show move... are you ready to see Reigns move away from Big Show now?
He's not ready, he's not ready.
Well, let's pretend we don't know what happened on Raw.
Yeah.
Are you ready to see Reigns move away from Big Show?
No, he's not ready.
Keep him with it.
Keyword spoiler, yes, I am.
Oh, God. We'll get to that. Wow, okay, we'll get to that.
You do not sound pleased.
We'll get to it.
I'm looking forward to this one.
We'll get to that. Let's get to our main event first. So,
it's Randy Watson versus Seth Rollins, aka Justin Bieber. Steel cage match.
No, we've not seen Raw yet, so you can't use that.
Yeah, you can't use that.
Alright, can't use that, sorry. Forget that. Cut that out. So we had Seth Rollins versus Randy Watson and the Gatekeeper.
Can you explain Randy Watson to me? I feel I should know this, but...
It's off of an old film. It's my personal joke. I'll explain later.
There we go.
Okay,
it's probably not worth explaining right now.
Right, no, I'm holding out for it. I'm genuinely excited to hear this.
So...
Mike, what the fuck?
What?
Why? You know what? No, just move along. Carry on.
Yeah, we're not even going to ask on that one. We're just going straight into this. Right, so we have Seth Rollins versus Orton in a match that I was disappointed with in a way.
Really?
I disappointed you. You're right, IWQ, you know that.
I think I had expectations for this match. I know I said I tried to come in with no expectations, but I kind of thought I thought it was definitely in for a really good match, and I kind of...
Well, I feel we got that in terms of the match itself. I felt that, the match, the chemistry, the general quality of the match was great.
I didn't think it was as good as the Mania match.
No, of course not. But that's to be expected, though. You can only do so much with a cage surrounding the ring, can't you?
True. I wouldn't say it's one of the better cage matches anywhere. I definitely wouldn't think that, but... it was good. I'll give that. It just wasn't as good as expected.
So, sort of heated, not heated, but debatable question. With us being in the PG era,
yep.
Do you think cage matches can still be effective without blood?
No.
It can be done right, but I don't feel this was.
I agree with what you just said there, though, yeah.
I think
it can be.
A cage match... When two people know how to use the cage, then it doesn't need blood. But I don't think these two... I think these two have got such good in-ring chemistry that the cage was kind of like a hindrance to them. And I think
I can see that.
In that circumstance, they would have needed the blood. But
why can't they? It's on pay-per-view. Pay $99 a month to watch it.
No matter if it's on pay-per-view, you still have the same sponsors, the same audience. It's just the way it is.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not complaining about lack of blood. I'm just wondering if you guys feel it's still, if it were. I think it does.
I always think it still has a place in wrestling when needed.
It definitely has a place.
They got to a point where they used to do it way, way too much than it needed to be done. I think that's what ruined it in a way. But once, like every now and again, like if we see it once every few months or something, or even less than that, then I think it's it's a very good aid to the story. But
especially when it's an accident.
Yeah, definitely. That works really well when it's an accident. That does work really well.
So what about the ending, guys, with what happened? Seth Rollins kicking through the door, which hit Kane, and he came to the ring.
My main complaint with it was actually the commentary. They was actually really confused by it all. Yeah. That's all wrong, that shouldn't have happened, and blah, blah, blah. And, Seth used the RKO, so it should be disqualified and stuff. Whatever happened anyway, even if they hadn't got disqualified, Seth would have kept the title anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why the commentary team was acting so confused about the ending, like it was some big injustice, because it's like whatever would have happened if he'd got DQ'd anyway, he'd have kept the title.
think it was.
So
I think that was mainly more just to make. Because I imagine a lot of people were thinking the same thing. Well, what the fuck? The RKO was banned. I think that's like an effective thing, to be fair, when the commentary sort of says what the viewer is thinking, so it makes the audience feel that they have something to be concerned about. I must tune in tomorrow to see if this is going to be rectified.
Fair enough. I
agree with both. I agree with Aaron in the sense that they do oversell it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they was acting more confused with what the audience actually was.
Definitely overselling it, yeah.
It's like, read your script, you got it right in front of you there. Read it.
I didn't mean that, but...
yeah, well, I don't know what that was about.
Before we move on to Raw, did anyone notice that spot where Booker T and Michael Cole were talking? And Jerry Lawler had a sip of Booker T and I think it was JBL and Michael Cole were talking. And it just cut to Jerry Lawler having a sip of his
He looked so reluctant to drink it, didn't he?
I think I sent you a Snapchat of it, Aaron, Adam, and it was so funny. It was just like...
His face was like,
It was like he drank piss, and then he did that thing that they're doing, like Coca-Cola adverts, so go, tasty, and like look at the camera. It was so funny.
He looked like he thought, oh, this is disgusting, but was like trying to smile through it, like, oh yeah, this is so good.
Someone's put fizzy piss in his bottle.
Doing the old Jericho Regal spot from WrestleMania gone past, but anyway, if anyone remembers that.
Yeah, but it was just like, oh god, it can't be that bad. Why? But it's like though, it looks bad on Mo to do that. I mean, they're probably paying a lot of money. And, you know, they're wasting a lot of drink there, giving it out. Send it to me. One would do a real shite.
We'll
that literally tastes like piss.
We'll happily plug Mountain Dew on this podcast.
Right. They give us a proposal, get us some ships from America, right? Fine.
The only diet with dew in it.
Yeah.
What annoyed me more about Mountain Dew is the new slogan, do the do.
Oh, you do the do.
What the hell is that?
I love that you're calling it Mountain Dew, which annoys me so much that people call it Mountain Dew.
Alright.
What?
And then go, it's Mountain Dew in it, it's not Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew.
People go Mountain Dew.
Wrong, aren't they?
Mountain Dew.
But anyway, back to this main event. So
anyway,
so the ending. So Aaron, you were a big fan of it. Mike, were you?
Well, the SKO weren't banned, was it?
Not just. Let's. Whatever you want to call it. I don't mean that anyway. I mean just in general, like the entire ending as a whole, not just the SKO, but how he got out the cage. Like.
Yeah, I thought it was very. It was weird how it seemed like he was surprised that he RKO'd him.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, the gate's open. Wow, did it open in this match?
Does anyone kind of feel like cage matches have been... No. Cage matches have kind of been ruined a bit in the fact that everybody always finds like some way of interference in a cage match now.
Yeah, it's kind of lost its purpose of being the match to keep people out.
Ruined cage matches for me.
Go on.
Was Kane versus MVP, and it was on SmackDown.
Bloody hell, when we're going back now, 2006.
This is going back quite a while.
I don't even remember this match, actually.
He's very specific, isn't he?
Like he doesn't know much, but then he'll know
if it was a pay-per-view, then I could understand you coming up with this, but this SmackDown in 2006.
Literally, it's weird. I have this weird source of memory. Like, I could tell you every score I've done on FIFA this season.
No one gives a shit, so please
which is on the channel, by the way. Nice little plug there. But, I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
It's like, you'll ask him what the main event of WrestleMania 22 is, and he won't have a clue, but yet you'll ask him what the main event of SmackDown in, 2005 was, and he'll know what it is.
There was many SmackDowns in 2005.
No, a specific SmackDown, in 2000.
Well, back to my point, anyway, and it ended in such a shit way where, MVP have a low ball through the ropes and then jumps out and it was an awful match.
So that one ending ruined the entire concept of a steel cage.
It's not that, and I've never seen a very good one since.
Fair enough.
You're wrong there.
You know what I think was a really good one? Was it the triple threat one they did with Cena, Morrison and Miz a few years ago? I thought that one was really
Don't
good.
remember that. I must have been watching it then. I don't remember that one.
It was really good, that one. I liked that one. But anyway.
I can watch it on the network.
The best cage matches for me, and this showed a good example of it, to be fair, is when it's a heel versus face, and in usually most cases it is. Is when the heel is desperate to escape the cage, either by climbing over it or using the door, and then the face never tries to escape. They always try and win the match with a pinfall. Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's a prime example of that in this match, and I really dug that.
Yeah.
It was well told, thought.
Seth is just like a brilliant heel anyway. He's like
best.
He's the heel we deserve, and he's just the best. He's like
Batman, Christ. Gordon should have said.
He's a bastard, and we love him for it.
He's the heel they deserve, but they need, but not what they deserve right now. He can come back.
He's like the heel that you love to hate. He's so good. He's just a perfect chicken.
Perfect, he's bloody perfect, that's not wrong. I like him, but I don't understand why everyone boos him. I know he's like a massive heel.
Because you love to hate him.
Meant to do it.
I don't hate him, I love him, me.
I love him, but I boo him whenever I see him.
No, I don't. I treat him as a face, mate. I see him as a face.
You treat him as a
You know what, Mike? That is typical IWC behaviour. I'm not even joking.
I just like him.
I'm not even trying to wind you up, but that is typical IWC behaviour, that cheering the heels.
The smart mark there, Mike.
He's a smart mark. It's okay to love heels, but still, you've got to play along with it in some way.
No, not really. I used to love Kane when he was a heel.
Smacky Mike.
Smacky Mike. There you go. You've been banging on about having a nickname for the show. There you go, Smacky Mike.
I don't like it.
Well, that's it. You're stuck with it. You're not meant to like your nicknames. You're not meant to.
Yeah.
So anyway, overall.
Overall, I really enjoyed it.
8.5.
Oh, I really enjoyed the show.
I can't give it that much.
I can't really give it a rating. I just genuinely really enjoyed it.
If you saw Jesus feed everyone in Africa who was starving, you'd go, probably about 6. It's like Simon Cowell, the X Factor.
5 good matches.
I'm going to teach you how to make chicken shit into chicken salad.
Yeah,
Aaron,
you need to do that. You need to do that.
That sounds rank.
So let's move us on to the Fallout
Chicken
Raw.
shit sounds better than chicken salad, to be honest. Anyway.
Only Mike could think that, but okay.
I don't like salad, no, I don't like salad.
Right, so Monday Night Raw time.
We got the announcement of King of the Ring returning, and I was so hyped for this. Like, I've been waiting. I was waiting for a King of the Ring for years now. I love I love tournaments.
Since 2010 was the last one, was it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was. Or 11.
King Sheamus won it.
King Sheamus.
He
did. I just love tournament type things, and they never do them. Like, if that's one lacking thing they do nowadays, it's tournaments. They really don't do enough of them at all.
And if it's one thing this gave us, it was 4, which we'll get into individually, of course, but 4 top quality matches on Monday Night Raw tonight.
Can I just say something that might cheer you up, Aaron?
Go on.
You know, like not Dolph Ziggler, you know Daniel Bryan, sick note, aka. Like, you know, because he's injured now, that like, might have to relinquish the title, and they might do a tournament to find out who's going to be the champion.
Nah, he'll be back.
There you go.
He'll be back.
Every light in the silver cloud.
He'll be back.
There's plenty of time.
In a wheelchair.
Oh,
he's got 30 days, if I recall correctly, of no title defense.
Yeah, unless they just scrap that rule like they do sometimes.
You know, it's great now. I don't know if it applies to WWE, but like, I was watching the Super Bowl and a guy got a concussion, and that thingy with it now, that he couldn't do an interview afterwards. So I don't think he'll be allowed on TV with it.
Brian?
Yeah.
He won't be, that's why he wasn't there last night or the night before.
He won't be allowed until he's cleared.
Well, that's just what we've got to put with, I suppose.
It's great, innit? Let's enjoy it while it lasts, boys. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, of course.
So
Seth promo.
We kicked off with, I don't even remember what really happened much in the promo. I just remember
Justin basically Bieber
showing
off.
It was bloody grand.
I just remember Justin Bieber.
He had quite a few sly digs at Kane. It was like, what a mean bastard.
Again, no, Kane killed it in that promo.
Kane kills it all the time. He acts like he's never killed it before. He should be champion.
He's so great on the mic.
He's got to be champion.
He's the greatest pro wrestler of all time.
No, he announced these options.
Calm down.
He announced the options of like, he was like, I'm going to do 3 options. Like, oh, yes.
No, we're not there yet. Hey, cowboy, slow down.
Right, slow down. So anyway, Seth Rollins, got called Justin Bieber. Then
the promo was great. So
imagine if Justin Bieber turned it on, and then they were all chanting Justin Bieber, like, yes.
Don't give him the attention he deserves. You've mentioned him too many times in this podcast.
I never thought I'd hear a Justin Bieber chant at a wrestling show.
Love, man. Song I know.
So Orton, Reigns, they both came out with a point to prove.
As soon as Reigns' music hit, I was like, no. Please not.
Now, so you're still not ready to see Reigns in the title picture?
It's way too soon. Way too soon.
Now, what makes you think that?
It's like, it's only just been WrestleMania where everyone was moaning about it. Why couldn't they have held off till SummerSlam or something? Why did it have to be right now?
Well, because, to be fair, I thought... Maybe I'm just being...
I think you're both wrong.
Maybe I'm being too nice, but both at Extreme Rules and this past Monday on Raw, he got a pretty positive reaction. I didn't really hear any boos. There was like the odd boo from like the odd smarky guy in the crowd, but there was no like solid booing. Everyone was marking out for him.
I think people are looking for a reason to like him now. I think that's the deal, and fair to him, they should do. But
I have to disagree. I think it's a very small minority, and you're amongst it, and you have every right to be, and you seem to have, your own logical opinion behind it. But
is this me or Aaron?
What did you think? I said logic.
Yeah, I was just going to say, who has the logic here? Oof.
You have the logistics, I have the logic. No, but genuinely, I think you're both wrong. I think that the two really.
How can we both be wrong?
Because the two not ready things all the shit, and I just think that. I don't know.
Because what? Start again. I didn't quite capture it.
It's not that he's not ready. It's just that I don't want to see him as champion. Yeah. It's not because he needs to get better.
So how does that make me wrong?
Because
you prove why Aaron's wrong, but you don't prove why I'm wrong.
Because I don't think he should be in the title picture now, but I don't think it's because he's not ready. I just think you just need to, I don't know, find somewhere in the middle.
How does that make me wrong?
Because you're saying he should be given a chance now.
But you didn't cancel out any of my reasons.
But
you cancelled out Aaron's reason by saying
he needs to have a good rivalry with someone. Not the Big Show. He just needs to have a good rivalry with someone. Maybe, I don't know, Adam Rose.
Wow.
Well, now you're just being silly, so now I'm not going to... I was ready to actually listen and take you seriously. Now you've lost it.
Adam Rose, but genuinely, if you had a good rivalry with someone, even Daniel Bryan, that'd be great.
Well, he's had that, though. And that was great.
That was a match. That was one match.
Yeah, it wasn't really a rivalry, was it? It was...
it was
3 weeks, 2 weeks.
You can't really give him a rivalry with Daniel Bryan unless he turns heel.
I think he'd be a great heel, me.
Yeah, it would be a great heel.
Yeah,
he's a natural heel. It's like that's one of my gripes. He's a natural heel, and
I'd say he's a natural heel, but at the same time, he does pull off the good guy. It's that smile. It warms my heart every time I see it.
You know what?
Does he have a new T-shirt every week as well? Is he trying to beat Cena in my T-shirts of the year?
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I mean, to be fair, it's probably his best shirt he's had, at least. So
I'm buying it for you, Aaron, for your birthday.
Thank you, I'll appreciate that.
So overall, though, the
buy me, fuck off,
promo itself, we can't discredit Seth. He's always amazing.
We can, but it'd be wrong to do so.
It was
a great promo, great opening to Raw. We never open with matches anymore.
No,
I miss Paul Heyman, Just when you're talking about problems, I really miss Paul Heyman.
I think we all miss Paul Heyman.
I think we're going to have a time. I think we'll be able to talk about him soon. I'm feeling his presence returning.
What, SummerSlam?
No, I think it'll be sooner than that.
Because Payback's a really shit show.
Is SummerSlam after Payback? Money in the Bank's after that. Then...
It's kind of crazy to say we've all got 2 more Raws before Payback. That's bad, really bad.
Actually, yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Because it differs, doesn't it? Some pay-per-views you have just a 3-week build. Some you have 4.
They need to.
They want
for WrestleMania.
For SummerSlam, what they do is since they do 12, it's 12 in a year, isn't it?
Yeah,
correct. So what they do is they have 3, so they can have a 5 SummerSlam, so they can make it really high. Whereas this one, it's like a sort of a B/C show.
They need to cut way back on pay-per-views. There is so many. Like NXT does it perfectly, where they have them like every 3 months.
Yeah,
it's perfect because
it's like the TNA.
It feels special. It's like you get to a pay-per-view now. I just never feel hyped unless it's something like a Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, maybe Survivor Series, depending on how good.
The only reason I accept it and I can deal with it is because of the price. They are pretty cheap.
Yeah, true. Fair
Back
enough.
when they were, America had it worse, to be fair. They paid $60 per view, whereas we paid about 20 quid, wasn't
it? Yeah, it was 20.
Still a lot of money.
15.
Oh, yeah, 15 actually, yeah. 15.
WrestleMania was 20 then, right, yeah.
I just don't... I feel pay-per-views have lost so much prestige nowadays. Like, there's This facts, as we've mentioned before, like gimmick pay-per-views and stuff, that's ruined pay-per-views in my opinion.
They need to go.
They need to get rid of Money in the Bank.
Just get rid of the gimmick pay-per-views and we're sorted.
We need to, get rid of the gimmick pay-per-views and don't replace them with anything. It just isn't needed. There's too many pay-per-views. It's like this.
Pay-per-view?
We've got a 3 week build for a pay-per-view. What can you do in 3 weeks? Like, absolutely nothing. It's really bad.
Unless they utilise the full 3 hours well.
Well, exactly.
That's asking a lot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I suppose I worded that wrong, didn't I? Like, you can do so much in 3 weeks, especially with the amount of TV time that WWE hold every week. But they don't utilise, like, the amount of time they have. It's unbelievable to think how much TV time they have in a week, and they don't take advantage of that as much as they can do, but
yeah,
that's just how it is, I suppose.
No, I feel you on that one.
That's just the way it is.
But anyway,
we had our first...
You see what Seth promo does to us? So we had our first round match, Bad News Barrett versus Dolph Ziggler. Right off the bat, great match.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
For Monday Night Raw, that was pretty spot on. You couldn't have really asked for anything more.
It was. A bit upset Ziggler didn't win, but then again, I love Barrett winning as well. So
yeah, Barrett was the right thing.
I'm actually hoping he wins the full thing. I'm ready for a British, but an English king.
I'm up for a Barrett and Neville final. That's what I'm looking forward to. King Neville's got a ring to it. Maybe that's why they got rid of Adrian, so it's King Neville.
Oh yeah, that could work. Anyway, it depends how long after the King of the Ring tournament they keep.
Yeah, they stick with it.
Yeah, because you notice how they kept King Sheamus for a bit, but now obviously you rarely every now and again they'll mention, oh, he's the former King of the Ring winner, but that's it.
You still call Booker T King Booker.
We had King Booker until he left.
Yeah, King Booker lasted.
King of all time.
That lasted a long time, to be fair.
Finley and his William Regal.
I don't think Booker gets enough credit for how good his run was as King of the Ring. Like, I don't know.
Great.
Just the accent alone.
It was so good. I really love that. I remember
it was SmackDown days.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember used to watching SmackDown, like looking forward to it every week, and Charmel like, oh, hail King Booker! It's like, she was horrible, but good, like, if you know what I mean. It was just perfect.
The fact that Mike saying she was horrible, it just proves he's getting worked. Yeah. We're getting worked.
He's getting worked, a little kid, Mike.
Yes, at 6 I was getting very worked, honest with you.
Yeah, I really love that. I thought he was a good king. So anyway, we had an awesome match. We had Sheamus interfering to cost Ziggler the match. I thought it was a good ending.
That Celtic ass taste, that was brilliant.
That was good, yeah.
I thought it was a good ending, really, actually. It kind of...
getting an elbow on the wrong.
It worked, didn't it? Like, it didn't weaken Ziggler in any way. No. And obviously it kept Barrett looking strong. So yeah,
I enjoyed
don't really ask for more.
Nope. Then we had, unless I'm wrong, we had Big E versus Tyson. Is that right?
Cesaro.
No, he faced Tyson.
Was it Tyson?
I was expecting
Tyson Kid.
Yeah, I was expecting.
Why have I wrote Cesaro for some reason?
Because that's what it should have been, in my opinion. But anyway, yeah, I was really.
The title defense is on Tuesday night SmackDowns, by the way.
Tuesday night SmackDowns.
He's trying to be a smart.
That genuinely weren't trying to be a smart. I just realised. That's actually but they still show on Fridays.
Yes, but it's still technically Thursday night SmackDown. But what's your point?
Why is it on SmackDown?
Right, for someone who moans about how SmackDown doesn't get any, credit as a good show, the moment you have a title defense, why are you moaning about it?
Oh no, I'm not moaning.
No, sorry to say you were moaning, but you questioned it, and that immediately makes me think you're going to moan about it.
No, it was quite the opposite. I was surprised that they're doing the title defense on there.
Alright, excuse me. Sorry.
Anyway,
I'll just shut up now for a few seconds.
That's for the end of the week.
To accept for being wrong. New Year versus Cesaro, I love the fact that...
Big E versus...
I was going to say, I love how New Day are still doing, especially now at the heel. It works so well, the whole Freebird rule that they're doing.
Oh,
I noticed how...
Why was Elijah Burke holding the titles?
Elijah Burke, wow.
Well, this is what I'm getting at,
That annoyed me, that. It should have been a 3-on-2 handicap match, I think.
What?
Alright, let's just...
You're ruining my flow here.
No, let's...
The fact that it's not it's not Kofi Kingston and Big E, the WWE Tag Team Champions, it's the New Day are the WWE Tag Team Champions. And I think, I'm assuming, judging from the way how Xavier Woods was holding one of the belts, that when it comes to title defenses, Xavier can step in as the champion.
Let's hope.
I think that's the case, and I hope it's the case.
I think legally they can't do that. I think I would be suing WWE to have Tyson Kidd and Cesaro if they lose.
What?
Why couldn't they have just made it a 3-on-2 handicap match?
Why would you want that?
For banter. No,
then you'd moan even more.
No, but do you remember the Spirit Squad? There's 5 people.
Oh, can we move?
This is what I'm getting at with the whole free bit. Oh, you can't get through to him, can you?
Get so off the point. So off the point.
Match.
I give up.
Could be on to next match.
It was a good match.
Was that Ryder in the Spirit Squad?
I wouldn't say it's a good match. It lasted the
I was going to say by good I mean another stolen victory.
It's good to build towards the next tag match. I'll give it that.
I just love how Xavier's he's like the evil person, like the most evil out of them all in this group.
Yeah.
I love how after the match, so I was like running after him, like, I'm going to beat the shit out of all 3, and then some sort of cameraman was naming for it. I'll leave that.
We just got to point out how, and even JBL commented on it, how they both had Big E lifted up. Xavier and Kofi were both lifting up Big E, and it's like, how? Those fucking legs.
You know what's weird? And it sort of annoys me, I know it shouldn't. Why are Tyson Kidd and Cesaro wearing beats?
Because it's just...
Why though? Why don't they wear something else?
Because it just adds to the
what do you want them to wear?
I don't know.
Tell me what you want them to wear and I'll tell
skull
them to wear
they look cool.
God, skull candies.
Right, moving
on.
Right.
Can we move on?
You used to wear skull candies.
Right back and Bo.
You used to wear skull candies, Adam. Don't forget you are.
I did, but anyway,
I'm kind of glad Bo's like getting to do something at least. I mean, I know it's not much. He's just jobbing out to Ryback.
No, it's not much.
I was just wishing that when he got his bit of offense on Ryback, that he was going to run out the ring again and do his victory lap.
Yeah,
well, his pre-victory lap, but no, he didn't.
Oh, no.
I was saddened.
Wasted opportunity. We're giving too much hope to the creative team there.
I was else.
Well, just before you get to it, because I was about to say when I was writing down on my notes, I was about to put like, Ryback's won a match, but there's still this. It seems like Ryback's lost in the shuffle here. What are they doing with Ryback? They seem to be doing nothing. Yeah, he's beat Bo Dallas, and then
ding, ding.
and Aaron gets a point.
I was like watching it, and I thought, Bray's doing another one of these promos. And I was like, oh shit, he's in the ring. I was like, I called that. I was like, I was pretty proud of myself there.
But I'm not like saying like, you're part of the riot team, but. How you said because you said that you're not just something about being big, but is Ryback the type of person who should be facing Bray?
I don't really want to see it. It was just that I called it.
Ryback's too big.
See, this is the problem. Give it a chance.
I'm giving it a chance.
Oh, not you. I meant Mike.
I'm sick of Bray Wyatt being buried.
He's not being buried.
No, he's gonna win. He's gonna win this feud.
Right, good.
Let's put it that way. I really would be.
Well, then when he does win. Where does that leave Ryback? Because again,
shuffle.
I was gonna say, do people really care about Ryback?
He seems over enough. Like
I think it's the chant. I think he's a case of the chant's over and not the guy. Well, that's maybe the mind.
Yeah, no, that's a fair thing to say, I suppose. I suppose that's that then. Yeah, well done on calling that one.
Yeah, I mean, at least Bray's got a feud now. I'm not really looking forward to it too much, but I'll give it a chance and. I just don't. Do you see these two having good matches? They seem a bit of clash of styles in a way. Styles clash.
It's gonna be stiff.
I hope it's good. I'm going for the ride.
I think what'll make it better is I don't think these two are going to put on was my opinion. I don't think they'll put a technical match. So I think it's going to be based more on especially with it being payback.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a gimmick match, some kind of brawl with weapons. I think that'll work. So we had Mike can take this one away because it's his hero.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Who, Daniel Bryan?
Oh my goodness! Your open challenge.
Ah, it was great.
I forgot it happened. No,
that's per fucking usual.
No,
he's a defending champion. How do you not love a defending champion?
I was really looking forward to fighting Heath Slater.
I really did because.
When Slater came out, I marked out so much. I was like, yes, finally.
I marked out even more that he's still using the 3MB theme. I mean, if don't get me wrong, it brought a tear to my eye, at first, but...
You know what's even funnier?
Go on.
When he started hitting him, when Rusev, that was quite... It kind of made me chuckle. Sounds bad, but it made me chuckle when he started just started beating the shit out of him.
Alright.
So then it led to the Cena Rusev little confrontation, far apart confrontation.
Yeah, bringing Lana out and then
again, they're definitely working something out of this, aren't they?
I do think there's going to be something like with the end of the I Quit match where she's involved, and I don't know, they do something where Cena quits to save her or something. I don't know. It just seems like the building's something like that.
Would you be up for that, Mike? Cena and Lana love affair?
Maybe.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
My girl.
No.
Oh,
What?
Mr. Steal Your Girl. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe not Steel Page.
Oh wow.
I'm only joking.
So I suppose with that being said, round 2 of the King of the Ring tournament, Truth. I've just put Truth. R-Truth versus Stardust.
That caught me off guard. Like really caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see that ending coming. I think he even like zoned out and then was like, "Oh wait, shit, what?" It's like he won. All right.
What do you think of R-Truth's pledge as King of the Ring to ban all spiders from the WWE? I mean, I'm up for that.
That's a brilliant plan.
I'm a bit of a arachnophobic right here, so I mean, I'm all holding out for R-Truth winning this now.
Yeah, definitely. We got a win for that.
No, seriously, do you think it was the right move? But did you dig it?
I'd kind of like to see Stardust win, but
it brings me on to like what are they doing with Stardust now?
He's so lost. It's like he needs to go back to Cody.
Well, I was thinking that. Yeah,
he's not going anywhere else with this now. I think he's done as much as he can do with the gimmick. He needs to go back to Cody. I think I don't know. He's just.
No, I definitely agree with that.
He's just the freak now. It's like at least he used to be a freak with a point that was entertaining and stuff. Now he's just kind of like. Just calm down, kid. He
didn't even react to the Cody chants.
No, he didn't, did he? I noticed that. It's the first time I've noticed him not react to them. It's like I think he's kind of fed up himself.
I'd never liked the Stardust sort of thing to begin with.
I liked it to begin with. I've always liked it. It's just like it is time to. It's either time to do something with it or get rid of it.
Exactly.
Use it or lose it.
So I don't think there's much more to say about that one.
It was a decent match. After seeing R-Truth performance in the whole Intercontinental Championship picture, like I'm happy to see him doing something else that involves a prestige prize. I mean, I don't see him winning it, but he's a worthy contender in my eyes.
Yeah.
So I dig it.
And then we had this very like mid card feud going on. Adam Rose and Fandango.
The feud without entrances.
I know, it's mental. I miss Adam Rose's entrance.
I just need to say one thing. Rosa Mendes really just needs to get off my screen right now.
Whoa. Rewind.
What?
She's hot. And you know what?
That's not a justifiable reason.
Yeah.
No, but no, I was going to say,
well, we had 1990.
When she spoke on the mic, she didn't sound Latina. Does she put on her voice, or am I just overthinking it?
I don't even know. I just don't really.
Could have sworn when she was with Fandango, she really put on a thick, Latina Spanish accent. But when she spoke with Adam Rose, and she just sounded American.
It's probably whatever Michael Hayes wants her to do anyway.
But but come on, I mean, they got it on in the ring.
Who, Michael Hayes and Rosa?
No, Rosa and Adam Rose.
That happens backstage, but
I was expecting a small kiss, but no.
Jesus, that was like pushing the boundaries. That wasn't it?
And then they switched to the commentary team, and they were like, "Yeah, you're going from this to this."
That was just a bit awkward to watch. It was like, all right then, what's going on?
What do you think's going to come of it? Just a little pre-show match, a payback between the two, and then that's it.
Probably. I don't even know. At least they're doing something. At least we're getting mid-card feuds like all over the place at the minute, which is kind of good, I suppose. But I don't know. It's not the most well put together feud, really, is it?
It's got to be the one who gets the girl, surely.
I suppose, having said that, you might as well keep talking, Aaron, because your bit's next.
Yeah, your bit's
It's a health update on Mr. Bryan.
It was indeed. We had the very, I don't know, again, awkward segment with Bree's like just very awkward.
It makes you wonder what she's doing.
She's so awkward. It's like, oh, Brian's like, he wants to be here. Right, yeah, okay. You
So
sound really sad for him. Yeah, it's like no, you just sound depressed. It's like it's like she needs to put.
You were a bitch last week, and now I actually have sympathy for you now. What's going on?
And then we got the attack from Naomi.
Well, I was just gonna say
That
before we go to the attack, I'll just get both your inputs. I know Mike's will be negative, but we'll let him have it anyway. Aaron, when do you think he's coming back? Do you think it's going to be a longer than 30-day thing? Do you see him being stripped?
I think he'll be back. He just needs to rest up for a bit.
Do you think we'll see him perform at Payback?
Probably. Maybe it's like going to be a surprise return. I don't know.
Surprise.
Yeah, I dig that. What about you, Mike? Realistically, do you think he's going to be back?
Here we go.
On one side, I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
On the other side, no. To be fair,
do you bring valid opinions to this podcast, Mike?
No, I don't mind him as much now. I used to.
We're not asking if you mind him.
No, we're not.
We're just wondering, do you think it's going to be a long recovery, or do you think it'll be a quick one?
If it's a concussion, it shouldn't be that long. It should just be, a certain amount of days. But I don't think it was a concussion. I think
when Ziggler had his concussion, he missed 2 pay-per-view. Well, no, he missed
you can
1.
Have different degrees of concussions, though, can't you?
No, I'm just trying to put it in perspective. Like,
there's concussions that cannot last a week. Depends what he's probably. I think he's injured himself. Actually,
you think he's what?
I think he's actually injured himself. I don't think it's a concussion. I think he's genuinely injured himself.
Now, why though? Why would he tell us it's concussion if it isn't?
Because I don't know. Because if they said, it's his neck.
If anything, they'd want to lie and say it's something else and not a concussion because they've been getting a lot of concussion.
Yeah, like
allegations lately, bad ones.
Well, maybe then.
So I don't think they'd.
It's like, well, maybe saying he's got concussion, saying, well, we're resting him, and they're like, well, fair enough, then you do how doing your bit.
Well, alright, I suppose that works. I didn't think of that, but
well, you don't think at all, mister.
So you try and be nice to him, don't you?
I just shove it in your face with sarcasm.
Anyway, well, yeah, I agree with Aaron.
I
don't see him being.
So we got
smart, that's what you want.
Yeah.
I don't see him being out that long. I see him back in time.
Yeah, I think he will.
And I hope so as well.
Yeah, so do I definitely. So we did get the match.
Yeah, to the attack then. The unnecessary. I don't mean unnecessary in that it was unnecessary in a storyline point of view. It was uncalled for.
Yeah,
attack, vicious.
We got the match then, didn't we?
Did get the match straight after it.
That was
shite.
Again, it didn't sell me on either of them. Like, I think Nikki's gone ahead of Brie. Like, Nikki is hell of a lot improved. Like, it used to be that Brie was the better one, but Nikki's like way excelled past Brie now at this point. It's pretty crazy how much she's come along. But this match it didn't do anything to sell me on Brie, and didn't do anything to sell me on Naomi again. It was kind of like it went downhill. Like, we had the good match at Extreme Rules, and then it went down. Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know what you think. Like, she did the same move. She did it at Extreme Rules. She did it on Raw as well. That where she sort of smashes her face into the turnbuckle and then sort of does this weird.
Yeah, that was really
big on the rope.
Well done. It's like,
do you think
it looks like she gets stuck in the ropes and can't pull herself back in.
But she's done it twice in a row, so I mean, I don't know. It's the way she sort of moves on the rope. It looks like she's just sort of doing something with an attitude.
Emma should be doing like a clumsy sort of thing. Where I don't know. If she's gonna do it, just don't do that thing afterwards if it's not a botch.
But the move itself, though, I mean, the
move's good. It's just what she does after it. It just looks a mess.
Sort of, it's nasty, and it really is adding to the heel persona.
Yeah, definitely.
What's quite humorous?
Yeah. Well, no.
Ever since Brian got married to Brie, he's gone a bit downhill. But ever since Tina started getting serious with Nikki's got a lot better.
Just what's this red button do? I've always wondered. There's a red button next to my titler. I don't know.
Yeah, let's just cut him off.
Next to Aaron as well. So yeah.
So round 3 of the KOTR tournament. Ambrose versus Sheamus.
Love the match up until the ending when Ziggler comes out, makes himself look an absolute prick. It's like, what an idiot! Like, you've got your rival here that you hate. You come out and
make him win the
match.
Why don't you slap me in Ambrose and then go after Sheamus?
Exactly. It's like, just give Ziggler a little clip round the head so that they know.
Give Ziggler a clip round the head. Give himself a clip round.
You know what I mean. Give Ambrose a clip round the head. And it's like, Ambrose knows that you just...
I'll just spit on him.
Actually, if you watch back the replay, you ran and kicked him first by accident, tripped over him, so...
You say Ambrose will... I'm assuming you were about to say Ambrose would then realise it was obviously a ploy to make him win.
Yeah.
Ambrose is
but would he though? Because we've got to look at it from the Ambrose character point of view.
Well, alright
He's
then.
unstable.
But then, I suppose that's better than the fact of what did happen, where Ambrose is like really pissed off now. In particular, it's like you've just created a worse situation now. Because
good. I hope Ambrose beats the shit out of him.
Ambrose is going to be like pissed off now, isn't he? It's like he made
the reaction at the end was great.
Yeah. Did you hear what he said? Like just as it was cutting off the camera.
I didn't do anything
for a change, didn't he? He said, "For once, I didn't do anything."
Yeah.
That was really cool.
My favorite. Oh, go on.
Like, I actually really like Ziggler now. I don't know what it is in the past few months. I think it's because of Team Cena.
Bandwagon.
My favourite part of this match, it's got to be said, was the very before it even began, when Ambrose was saying what he was going to ban as a king, country pop, and have everything settled in a street fight, and then JBL said, "Why ban country pop? Shania Twain is hot."
Yeah.
I love Shania Twain, and that was the best thing anyone could have said that night. Oh, beautiful. She is hot.
So we did get a good match there. I'm pretty gutted that Ambrose hasn't qualified. Like, Ambrose should have been the one qualifying there. But
the lunatic king. You feel like a dictator him.
But anyway, we've got Sheamus qualifying now, and
Sheamus.
I suppose we'll just roll with that and hope that he loses to the winner. The winner of our next qualifier.
Well,
hey guys, I think I like Ziggler because of Team Cena.
Yeah.
And Ziggler was there because Roman wasn't. Do you reckon I'd be really liking Roman if it'd been Roman?
Probably. Considering that was Roman's spot. Like,
weird to ponder, innit?
It is. Very weird thing to ponder. Shower thoughts for you there, Mike.
Actually, Mike, I've been meaning to, because I wanted to ask you before to elaborate on what you meant, but I thought I'd save it for this. What was you saying about Sandow before? Because now we're on to the Sandow promo. Something on your private message before.
I never.
Wonder if it's a similar point to what I was about to make. Shall I make it while you?
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
Right.
Scroll up.
I love the way it started out. Like, Sandow's one of them that can turn a script into something that feels real.
Really personal.
Yeah, he did a very, very good job of all that. Like, it really gave a connection. Like, you could tell the way the crowd responded to it. But then, when Axel came out, they kind of...
Do you think he got a bit carried away?
It's like, he started acting a bit, like, mentally retarded, didn't he? Like,
it was funny at first, but then it just got to the point where I was thinking, like,
it was funny, but
kind of
then
cheesy now.
It's like... I mean, I know we're getting a bit deep here, but I've got
I agree.
I've got someone with Down syndrome in the family. Yeah, we're getting deep.
I thought you were going to say we're getting deep in the sense that we're
No, we're getting deep into where I'm going with this point.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I didn't get offended. I don't really get offended by things, but it's like, you're pushing the boundaries a bit here, mate. It's like, I don't know, it seemed unnecessary, very, distasteful. It was...
Do you know what's quite weird as well? I know, like, Aaron's out of nowhere comments. I genuinely thought you was going to come back to me then with like, I've got someone in the family. I genuinely... I've just found that message as well.
So about a Pokemon or something like that?
Yeah, put his Sandow Ditto off Pokemon.
Right, well, I don't... Right.
Go out and copying everyone.
Well, I didn't watch Pokemon because I'm not a weeaboo.
You didn't have a childhood, you.
I'm not a weeb.
You didn't have a childhood, you.
Yeah, you should have watched Pokemon.
Sorry, alright.
Anyway.
My father was not nice to me.
Oh, God, he didn't turn on Channel 5 in the mornings, did he? What a bastard.
He would rather watch the news.
So anyway, I'm not really looking forward to this new gimmick from Sandow. If it's going to be a copycat gimmick from lots of things.
Well, I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that was just more of a bit of a reference to the stunt.
The watch backstage pass. He carries on with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe just release him.
No. I've got to say though, I know we only got a very small snippet, but how rad was that theme?
Oh yeah, it was.
You're very rock and roll.
There was a lyric in it that I can't seem to quite remember, but
at first I was thinking it was like a remix to his Hallelujah theme, but I don't know.
No. It seemed a lot more like, I don't know, kind of like a play off of Mizzy's theme in a way, in my opinion. It's kind of like, I don't know, but then in more of like an Imagine Dragons sort of like style to it. I don't know. It sounded really good from what I heard of it, but one of the lyrics, I can't remember what it was, but it sounded a lot like it was alluding to him doing a copycatting gimmick. That was the impression I got from it, but I can't remember what it was, to be honest.
Right, so then we move on to...
Well, we had a brief Wyatt promo.
Oh, we did.
It's weird. It was almost as if that promo should have took place before.
Yeah, I agree. Because he didn't act as if...
He didn't mention any... Like, what he was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, it should have...
He didn't mention the wink either.
It should have been like the last promo he did before he attacked the person. That's the impression I got.
Maybe, just didn't seem like he'd done anything.
Yeah, maybe with timing issues, like the way the Ryback match was so early in the show, maybe that's how it happened. But it did seem like a promo that should have happened before the like feud was revealed as such. But I suppose it's something at least. It's always good to hear Bray in a promo, so
yeah, definitely.
There's that at least. And then we did get probably the Raw match of the night. Would you say?
So round 4, Harper versus Neville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it was quite good, yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a very, very good match. Harper's brilliant, as we said.
Harper is just, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again, he's fucking dope.
Yeah, and Neville is probably, like we said, one of the best, if not the best worker they've got right now. He's fantastic.
It just goes back to what I was saying before about how like Neville can sort of, despite him being the athletic one, he looks like he's in a fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, he can brawl, and again, like, with Bad News Barrett, another person who's good to have a brawl with is Harper, because he's just sort of in your face. Just no, what did he say? No wasted movement kind of style.
Definitely.
It was great, and he really looked sort of comfortable in there.
Now, we've got Booker in this match. I mean, right, first things first, before we get to the main thing, apparently Booker T was born in Liverpool and is a natural-born Scouser. So,
it was that.
How that happened, I don't know. But then
I didn't notice it until afterwards.
Yeah, we got the complete. It was like a kind of thing where I didn't really catch onto it too much during it. It was kind of like,
and
no.
I think
it's like no. But then when I heard about it more afterwards.
Yeah.
So
that's what makes me think it's kind of been over.
Yeah.
To quote,
you know what we're on about.
To quote, yeah. Do you know what we're on about? No. Anyway, to quote directly from Booker, he said, "Owen Hart didn't defy gravity." Wow. That was like, you can imagine the
oh shit, he died, didn't he?
He died by falling, and yeah, it was. You can imagine the thought he's like processing his mind after he said that. I bet he was like, shit, what have I just said?
Yeah, it's the only reason I'm not like in any way phased by it, because I know that he did not mean.
No, he didn't mean it. It was a simple mistake. It was like,
and it's definitely going to be taken way out of proportion and all that.
It's so funny thinking back about it though, because I mean,
someone dying?
No, that's what he said.
No, the way he said it. And anyway, Owen's the type of guy that, from all what you read about him and stuff, I think he probably would have laughed anyway. That's
the type of death.
No. It's the way it came out. I mean, Owen was always that type of guy, and I think he wouldn't be offended by it anyway.
It will get blown out of proportion.
It'll get blown out of proportion, but it wasn't meant with any malicious intent or anything. It was just a bad choice of words, really, wanted by it. He didn't mean it in any malicious way.
No, not at all.
It was quite funny though to think back. It was dark humour at its finest in a way.
It was funny. It was Frankie Boyle dark.
Yeah, it was a mad statement. But anyway, I don't think we should linger on that point too much.
Speaking of lingering, should we move on to the main event?
Main event time.
We should. Oh, go on, I'm not gonna. Kane. I'll let you guys take this.
I'll let Mike do it. Go on.
Against Mr. Roman Reigns.
I don't like to keep being negative, so.
Yeah, you negative Nancy. I enjoyed it. I just stuck then and said that, but I did enjoy it. I think Aaron's that much of a hater that he just doesn't enjoy stuff.
I just hate tag team main events.
I'm surprised you enjoyed that.
I didn't enjoy when Seth when he jumped out of the ring, they moved out of the way, and he sort of caught Kane on his foot. It was like, oh my god.
Why do you like it? Like, isn't it looked like it shouldn't have done that, or
yeah,
painful?
Because Kane went mental afterward. It was like, it's an accident. It should have actually hit you, fair enough.
I think they got rid of Teddy Long at the wrong time. It's like every week now. It's like a constant. It's like a constant tag team match to end Raw every single week.
No, I legit thought we had an intruder then. Your voice just... Someone had just sort of hacked into the call. Excuse me.
Excuse me. I'm just a bit sick of tag team matches. They're so predictable.
Yeah.
They're not predictable in this. Well, yeah, actually, in the sense of who's going to win as well. But
yeah, of course,
the match wasn't great.
It's so lazy. It's so lazy from the booking team to just. It's like, oh, who are we going to put in a tag team match for the main event this week? It's like it's every single week. It's really getting boring. They need to come up with something else, really, instead of...
I suppose the only good thing it did was just it played well into the final result of the vote.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Right? When they announced the votes, the votes was either Roman or Randy or both.
Oh, Heath Slater.
Was Heath Slater? No, he weren't.
No, that's what JBL kept saying.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
vote
that was brilliant. It actually happened, and Randy Orton and Roman Reigns both cheering. You think, why are you cheering that? You'd rather have him 1-on-1.
Yeah, they still got a match. It could have been just Reigns and then Randy didn't get a match, and it could have been just Randy and then Reigns didn't get a match.
I think Reigns looked a bit of an idiot as well. Did you see him?
He looks
shaking. He's like shaking in the car. He looks like a reason.
Like he just lost his virginity.
Not gonna say that. He looks very.
Oh yeah, God, Aaron.
Yeah. He just looks stupid. He looks like an idiot. Stupid. he looks a bit of an idiot. It didn't fit his character, in my opinion, but whatever.
That smile doesn't fit his character. That smile makes his character.
He should be a badass. He really should.
He's a badass.
He was a badass in the Shield. He's not a badass.
Yeah, he's not as badassy as he was, but he's still.
He's
on.
He's like
now, Aaron.
He's like the ex-girlfriend that can't get over a breakup. That's what he's like. It's like the Shield split up. He's still got the theme song, still got the attire, and still tries to act like he's in.
Said this literally from the moment he left, not about the ex-girlfriend thing, but all that. And everyone's like, everyone disagreed.
I didn't disagree.
Everyone disagreed. I've never liked Roman. Never liked anything about him. I like him more now, but
why are we having a competition over who hated Roman first?
But what I'm trying to say is now, everyone's starting to hate him. It's just like, why? You loved him 5 minutes ago.
I wouldn't say everyone's starting to hate him now. If anything, I think people are starting to want
going back 2 months ago, where everyone started hating him. It's like, why are you hating him? He was up his ass 5 minutes ago.
Bingo, Mike. He's got it. He nailed that one. I've not worded that one better myself.
I never liked him though. That's when I just sort of went right. I don't.
All right,
him.
hipster.
I don't like him.
All right, Smarky Mike, calm down.
To be fair though, there's been many people where I'm doing inverted quotes here, but jumped on the bandwagon, which I will admit.
Right, but this podcast isn't about this, Mike.
It's just supposed to be sophisticated chit chat.
Yeah.
But none of us
which you try and derail with your incorrect opinions. There's no room for incorrect opinions on it. Go on, what are you offending me for?
I said none of us. Never mind. Let's move on.
No, go on.
Well, anyway,
thank you, Aaron.
Overall thoughts on the Fallout Raw?
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Sort of throwaway Raw.
It was alright. Yeah, it was.
Considering there's a
miserable bastards. It was fantastic.
The King of the Ring stuff was really good, but some of the
catch the rest live on WWE Network
tonight.
Today, yeah, tonight. For us, Tuesday. We're pronouncing this on Tuesday.
Yeah.
See, I don't understand why they didn't just say have the semi-finals next week, have one semi-final this week, one semi-final next week, and then the final on payback.
Because it's a selling point for the network, which they should be doing. There's not enough stuff on the network. Right. I'm glad they're doing this. They need more.
Jerry Springer's on the network.
Wow, something a program from 20 years ago that's not relevant anymore. Anyway.
Are you guys looking forward to... I never really got your opinions, I don't think. I'm assuming Mike didn't watch it, but I'm assuming you did. Talk is Jericho with Cena.
I thought you were going to say Stephanie, and I was like, wait, has it happened?
No. So, well, because I've got with the Cena one, yeah. Did you not watch it?
Yeah. It was very, as expected, pro WWE. It's like Jericho's like, oh, I'm not going to be a pro.
He seems really annoyed over people moaning at him for not asking hard-hitting questions.
I think Jericho is turned into. I love Jericho.
If you're going to call him corporate, then he fucking hates being corporate.
I know, but he is. That's the thing. He's stuck in this midlife thing where he's turned into a corporate guy, but he doesn't seem to want to accept that he is. It's don't get me wrong, Jericho. Yeah. I always say this. He's in my top 5 greatest of all time, in my opinion. But Jericho, the person at the minute, he's just turned into a bit of a dick at the minute. I don't know.
I'm not seeing
he's having a bit of an identity crisis, I think. He just doesn't seem to recognise the fact that he is kind of a corporate guy at the minute.
I know
I've just been looking at it more as in with the Steve Austin podcast, he wasn't really want to just sit there and chit chat about, stuff. He just really wanted to get in there, get all the gritty questions out. Whereas it seemed Jericho actually wanted to talk with his guy, because if you frequently listen to Talk is Jericho, from that he genuinely does he loves sitting down and just reminiscing, talking about random stuff and just telling stories.
Yeah, but
that's obviously not Steve Austin's way of doing stuff.
Well, it kind of is on his normal podcast, but I think the point with the network podcast is supposed to be that they're hard-hitting, exclusive interviews, and it's kind of like Jericho doesn't bring that as much.
Yeah, I don't think. Another question is though, what could he have asked Cena though? He asked him the obvious: "We're on steroids. Would you turn heel?" And I believe no spoiler.
Good. I believe one thing that really annoyed me was their talk about brass rings and stuff. It's why didn't he bring up Zack Ryder? It's I hate when they start talking about, none of the guys these days reach for this brass ring or stuff like that. So
is that one of the hard-hitting questions you would have liked to have...
I'd have liked to him have mentioned Zack Ryder. It's Cena played a big part in the whole burying Zack Ryder thing at the time.
In burying him? How do you bury him?
It's if Austin would have been there with that, he'd have hit him with the question, what? Because Cena was going on, wasn't he, about utilising new media and stuff like that, and I can't remember exactly.
Why did Cena bury Zack Ryder?
He was part of the whole thing where Zack was made to look like an idiot, kept getting...
He's never gonna see the evil in Cena, so I wouldn't even...
Yeah, well, actually...
Although, seriously though, Mike, you should actually watch it, because he talks about...
I believe it's a listen to, or is it a video podcast?
It's a video, so don't get fucking smacky with it. There's a pretty good topic about him turning heel, and... spoiler though, he says he would be up for doing it. Under certain circumstances, so give it a listen.
That sounded really good how he said he went out, didn't he, to get all new gear and music and stuff. I really love that. But
yeah, it was a good listen in general.
It was a good listen.
I see where you're coming from, but I personally do enjoy the more chilled out. Oh yeah, no,
I loved it. I really enjoyed it, but it just wasn't as hard hitting as I would have liked from Austin gives in his podcast. But that was just my opinion for it. I did enjoy it.
Yeah. The reason for bringing it up in the first place was more just because there's another one on Thursday, which I know you'll be aware of, with Stephanie, which I am personally looking forward to. Because if there's ever a person to ask hard-hitting questions to, she's going to be that person.
It's going to put Jericho to the test with this to see how he does handle it with a more corporate person. Questions to her, which we will be discussing probably briefly on our weekend podcast to sum up the weekly indies and NXT and anything else that's been going on for the rest of this week.
Yeah, TNA. Yeah, I'll be adding my little my Drew Galloway thoughts on that one.
We do give our shout outs, of course. We are very proud members of the United Podcast Network. So be sure to check that out at unitedpodcast.weebly.com. 24-hour live streaming service for wrestling podcasts, and of course it is completely free. And our favourite wrestling website as well, prowrestlingpowerhouse.com. Put out great articles, personally written, no bias, I suppose.
No bullshit.
No bullshit. No crappy dirt sheet rumours.
No drugs, no cigarettes, no alcohol.
It really quickly is becoming one of the most, I suppose, innovative and original wrestling websites on the net, really. So definitely be sure to check that out. Great guys over there. So we will be back at the end of the week. Be sure to tune in for that.
So,
Yeah, please do.
Keep
So,
subscribed to our channel for new videos coming. And
Check us out on Podbean.
yes, all the regular places, iTunes as well. Thanks for listening, guys. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
thank
forget
you.
to like. Thanks to Aaron.
come back next time.
Thanks to Adam.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
You've been listening to the 3 Count Podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for more weekly wrestling roundup.